Awareness campaign is also aims to enhance legal knowledge about the crime of human trafficking and the penalties established by Omani law to combat this. Penalties for human trafficking include a jail term for at least 3 years and a fine ranging from 5,000 to 100,000 Omani riyals. Over the past year, human trafficking crimes uncovered by the General Department of Criminal Investigations involved domestic workers trying to flee from their employers, duped by people who claimed to help them, only to then exploit these women by forcing them to work as prostitutes and take part in other immoral acts that are against public sensitivities. The people who committed these crimes have been arrested. Organized by the National Committee to Combat Human Trafficking, the Insan campaign includes a number of government and private agencies working together to spread awareness about and to combat this crime. Roles have been assigned to each organization to deal with incidents of trafficking according to their specialization. The main objective of the campaign is to enhance social awareness of trafficking and the efforts taken to combat it, help people reorganize signs of the crime, and share with them the ways in which they can report suspected cases. The Insan initiative also looks to let people know about the various services provided by the government to victims of trafficking, including food and shelter by the Ministry of Social Development, health services and psychological support from the Ministry of Health, and legal assistance carried out voluntarily by Omani Lawyers Association. 7,000 expatriates working in the public sector will be replaced by Omanis this year as part of Omanization efforts to provide employment to more nationals, a senior official at the Ministry of Labour has said. Going forward, the 40,000 expatriates working in the public sector will be phased out at the rate of between 7,000 and 10,000 a year, with their jobs being handled by nationals, said Sheikh Nasir bin Amir al-Husni, the Under-Secretary of Labour at the Ministry of Labour, who added that 9,000 expatriates work in government-owned companies. He said that the procedures for creating about 4,051 job opportunities in the public sector are underway. As far as replacement efforts go, we were planning to replace 12,000 people in the private sector during the current year. We managed to nationalize 3,010 positions, giving them to first-time employees. This is a good rate because of the conditions we are currently experiencing. He also added that the circumstances have caused expatriate numbers in the private sector to fall by 38.8% this year as compared to the previous year. Hiring of citizens was made possible through a number of other efforts, such as liberalizing the relationship between employer and employee, which means that the qualification of the employee does not necessarily determine the nature of his job if both he and his employer agree to this. The Undersecretary also added that the number of fresh hires in the private sector were during the first 3 months of 2021, with 1,900 of the 3,010 people who were hired in the private sector in the first quarter earning between 350 and 500 Omani riyals. Al-Husni encouraged people to use the jobs provided to them as stepping stones for better opportunities in future. Now, Oman is among the top 5 countries in the 5 safest countries in the world for expatriates, according to a new global report that ranks countries on the basis of how easy they are for foreign nationals to live in. Oman is ranked 5th among 59 of the countries polled, with only United Arab Emirates ranked 3rd, finishing above it among the 6 Gulf Cooperation Council countries, according to the Expat Insider Reporter by Internations. The report lists safety and security as one of 7 factors that influence on expatriates' quality of life. Qatar, standing at 9th, was 3rd in terms of expat safety, followed by Bahrain at 17th, Saudi Arabia at 24th, and Kuwait at 39th. The other 6 factors are leisure options, travel and transport, health and well-being, digital life, and lastly, environmental quality. Oman is also among the friendliest countries in the world, finishing 4th overall, with Bahrain at 14th, in second among Gulf countries. The UAE at 21st, Saudi Arabia 32nd, Qatar 36th, and Kuwait 59th, all finished lower down. Friendliness is among 3 conditions determining an expat's ease of settling in, per the report. Oman is one of the easiest countries for expatriates to get settled in overall, finishing 6th. Mexico, Malaysia, Costa Rica, Colombia, and Bahrain are the easiest countries in the world for expats to settle in. Now, in terms of cost of living, Oman is the most affordable GCC country to live in. Ranked 21st in the Internations report, it is well ahead of Bahrain at 26th, Saudi Arabia at 30th, UAE at 44th, Qatar at 49th, and Kuwait at 53rd. This was all from our local desk for today. It's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV, watching Midday Update. And now from our international desk. The main COVID-19 testing center in Gaza City was damaged due to intensive Israeli fighter jet strikes waged on the Gaza Strip, a Palestinian health official has said on Tuesday. Yusuf Abu al-Rish, Health Ministry Director General in Gaza, told reporters that the COVID-19 testing center in the Rimal neighborhood in western Gaza City has completely stopped operating due to the Israeli airstrikes on the area. He added that a compound, which includes a laboratory, health ministry offices, and an outpatient clinic, was badly damaged after several buildings surrounding the compound were completely destroyed by the airstrikes. He also said that several doctors and health ministry staff were injured following the Israeli destruction of the buildings on Monday night. The senior health official called on the international community, mainly the World Health Organization, to ensure full protection of the health ministry facilities in the Gaza Strip. He said that the Gaza Strip needs the help of health and humanitarian organizations to ensure medical supplies needed for the protection of medical staff amid the spread of coronavirus in the world. On Tuesday, Palestinian security sources and eyewitnesses said that Israeli fighter jets had carried out dozens of airstrikes on the Gaza Strip, targeting homes, apartments, roads, and agricultural fields. An Israeli army spokesman said in a statement that the fighter jets targeted a network of underground tunnels which belong to the Palestinian Islamic Resistance Movement, commonly known as Hamas, in the Gaza Strip. The statement said that 60 fighter jets had participated in the airstrikes, adding that around 100 missiles were fired on Hamas targets within 35 minutes early on Tuesday morning. It also said that militant groups led by Hamas had fired 90 rockets from the Gaza Strip at Israeli towns and cities, adding that the Israeli Army Iron Dome had managed to intercept 70 of the fired rockets. The health ministry in Gaza said that since the start of the tit-for-tat Israeli-Palestinian military confrontation, 212 Palestinians have been killed, including 61 children, while 1,400 others have been injured. Japan on Tuesday registered another record high number of coronavirus infection cases, as more than 1,200 patients are now using ventilators or receiving treatment at intensive care units across Japan. This comes as a state of emergency was declared in the capital Tokyo, Osaka, and 7 other prefectures, NHK World reported. According to the Japanese broadcaster, citizens are being asked to stay home as much as possible until the end of this month. In the wake of rising cases, Japan is set to impose stricter restrictions for those who have been in Bangladesh, Maldives, and Sri Lanka in the 14 days before arrival to prevent a new COVID variant first found in India, Kyodo News reported. The latest steps will be effective in stages from Thursday. Amid struggles to cope up with the pandemic, Japan's economy in fiscal 2020 shrank a real 4.6% from the previous year, the sharpest annual contraction on record as the coronavirus dealt a debilitating blow to consumption and exports. According to the government data, the previous record contraction was 3.6% shrinkage in fiscal 2008 lodged due to the global financial crisis. As many as 5,000 more new infections were reported on Tuesday. Once again, it's time for us to take a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to Midday Update, now from our sports desk. Sitting strong at the top of 7-team ICC Men's Cricket World Cup League 2, Oman is waiting for the COVID-19 pandemic to relent so that it can restart its qualification march to the Games Showpiece event scheduled to be hosted by India in 2023. ICC is likely to announce a new schedule of matches pretty soon after the tournament games were postponed last year due to the coronavirus pandemic across the world. With each of Oman, USA, Scotland, Nepal, UAE, Namibia, and PNG scheduled to play 36 ODIs till the beginning of 2023, Oman has dominated the competition so far with 16 points from 10 games, having won 8 and lost 2. The USA is placed second on the team standings with 12 points from as many matches, having won 6 and lost 6. In a long race to India, the top 3 sides in the League 2 will qualify for the World Cup qualifier in 2023, whereas the bottom 4 teams will feature in the qualifier playoff. Madhu Jesrani, Secretary Oman Cricket, said the team standings could change when the matches resume, as all the sides will return to action with renewed vigor and resolve. He said that it is going to be a keenly contested race for World Cup qualification and we need to maintain our position. It is very important for Oman to stay on top. Oman head coach Dulip Mendes said all the teams were waiting for the ICC to announce the new schedule. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.